Hi and welcome to, shall I say, a very special chili tasting because I've traveled all the way to Bodø in Norway, and yeah, you won't believe it. Here I've met an American guy. I met you, Rick.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah, at the Bodø Chili Fest.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And
we had a great time.
We had a great time, and probably a lot of people in the U.S. know you. But if you should say to the European guys, how would you explain who you are and what you are doing?
Well, I was a television reporter in the United States for about 40 years, a national reporter, and I was in New York City, Los Angeles with a show called Inside Edition. And I was basically a crime reporter, and I traveled around the world and became pretty famous. But what really made me famous was I did adventure stories, where I went out, I wrestled an alligator, I swam with man-eating sharks, I jumped out of airplanes, I even fought Chuck Norris one time on his TV show. Oh yeah, he killed me. But I'm pretty famous in America. And I ended up meeting a Norwegian girl, and I moved to Bodø and married her. But to back up a little bit, in 2006, I had started as a child making video diaries, and I kept them for my whole life. And in 2006, someone came to me and said, Rick, you need to make a movie with all your diaries. So they made the movie TV Junkie. And it was about my life in television and my cocaine addiction that I had during the time.
Yeah.
And it went on NBC, on Netflix, HBO. It became a huge hit internationally, which is how I met my wife, through an email. And over the years, we fell in love, and I came to Bodø and married her.
And that's the reason why we are in Norway now.
That's the reason.
But Rick, I've read about you. I've known you for a couple of years, and your life is pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy life.
And maybe Scandinavian people also got to know you through the Netflix series called
Tiger King.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was one of the co-producers of Tiger King on Netflix, which was a story about Joe Exotic and his zoo in Oklahoma. I had gone to the zoo and lived there for a year, filming every day to make a reality show. And it finally got so bad, I saw so many terrible things, that I ended up quitting, dropping the show, leaving. A year later, he got arrested for trying to kill his competitor.
Yeah.
He tried to have her murdered. So he's in prison now for another 19 years. And what happened was 2 years after I left, Netflix came to me again and said, Rick, we understand you have all this video of Joe Exotic and all his animals. And so they ended up getting my video and making Tiger King the series, which at the time, a couple of years ago, was the most watched series in Netflix history.
It was crazy.
Crazy story, and I couldn't believe what I lived through. I mean, Joe Exotic, he would kill animals just for the fun of it. He would feed animal food to his employees to save money. He was a terrible man, just a terrible man. I know it's crazy. It's a crazy story.
And now we are here in, we are located in a brewery in Bodø called Bodø. And there's a chili festival today.
Yeah, it was the same place we were a couple of years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I really love you. And
I brought some. That tells me something bad is coming.
No, I promise. I brought some different kind. I just want to show you how different chili peppers are. There's so many varieties.
I've never
so
seen
many
these kinds.
species. And so many heat levels and so many colors.
Yeah.
So I nearly cannot remember what they are called. But look at these guys. They're beautiful.
They don't even look like chili peppers.
Exactly.
They look like blueberries.
And they're small habaneros. They're called CTN.
Yeah.
And this one is called Shaba.
Chopper, chopper.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as if you have seen my,
That's the best I can do in a foreign language.
I don't know why they call that, but Rick, it's if you've seen my show, it's always the guest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'll say that the heat level rises from here. This is not as spicy, and then it goes more and more spicy.
Okay, and I
And
guess
Rick-
you're going to want me to try one.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, it could be
I've
good.
watched your shows.
Yeah. But we don't have to eat the whole one. We can share one. We can do whatever you like.
Okay.
So we survive because we also want to have some joy and fun.
Survive. Survive is the word he uses.
You will survive. I'll say it in another way.
Yeah.
If you can survive the way you have lived, you can survive anything.
You're probably right.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. If you see the documentary TV Junkie, it's crazy. Tiger King is crazy.
Yeah.
Did you know that Joe Exotic was Exotic when you met him the first time?
No, when I first met Joe Exotic, he was just a strange, as he described it, a gay cowboy who ran a zoo. And but the longer I was there, and we filmed everything, 24 hours a day of him. And I had several photographers, but the more I got to know him, the worse I got to see. An example, a lady pulled in with a horse one day and said she couldn't take care of it anymore. Could he take care of the horse? Oh, sure, and he hugged her, I'll take care of it. And they took the trailer off her truck. I'll bring your trailer back. She drove off. He looked at me, he said, Rick, start the camera. He walked over to the trailer, pulled out his gun, and shot the horse in the head, right in the trailer. That was how he took care of the horse. That's the kind of guy Joe Exotic was. Terrible man, terrible man.
Yeah. You don't know if you should cry or laugh because it's.
I
so
know,
crazy.
yeah, but it's 10 years ago now, so
Yeah.
thank God it's gone.
Yeah. So Rick, what do you like? Do you like a kind of a purple one? This is more.
Which one would you like to try? Would you tell me which one I should try?
I've never tried these. I think they're so cute and.
Well, we will try them.
There's a bag here.
Yeah?
Which should tell what they are called, so we know.
Okay.
Oh, they're called Cupertino Black.
Cupertino.
Yeah. I think they. I'm not sure how they taste, but they're not that big. Maybe we should try this.
Let's try it.
Yeah. And normally I just cut off the.
I
stem
know,
here.
watching your shows, I knew you
yeah.
had a surprise coming.
Oh, it's so nice to meet an American in Norway.
Yeah.
So strange.
And there's not many of us Americans in Norway, and I'm still working on my norsk. but jeg snakker litt norsk.
Yeah, but they're perfect. They're perfect.
Yeah.
Rick, cheers. And,
Cheers.
It's so.
Now, how come yours is red inside and mine is white? Is that a trick?
No, that's we can. If you want the red one, you can have it.
No, I take your word for it. I trust him. I hope.
And remember to chew it a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right. Not too bad to start.
Very fruity.
It is fruity. Oh, but it gets hot.
It gets a little bit hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Not bad.
Are you normally into spicy food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like spicy food. Oh, it gets spicier.
It gets a little bit spicier. Yeah.
Whoa.
But when you go to, for instance, Texas, and they're pretty much into.
Well, we're into Mexican food.
Yeah.
And it's very spicy.
Yeah. But you were born in Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma, right above Texas. But my dad was in the military, so we moved all the time. Ooh.
And you have interviewed President and James Brown.
I've interviewed so many celebrities.
Yeah.
I've interviewed President Bush, George Bush. I've interviewed world leaders in my career. But I was an international reporter. So
Yeah.
So I was on I lived on an airplane more than I did a hotel room. I literally would fly. I can remember the first day at Inside Edition, back in 1988. My first day, I started off in New York City for breakfast, flew to Florida, Miami, Florida, and had lunch and did an interview, then flew all the way to Los Angeles to have dinner with Tony Bennett.
Oh, I love
That was my
Tony's band.
first day.
Oh, he was such a
Oh,
nice
Tony's
guy.
a great guy. He's a great guy.
That's
not too bad.
That was not too bad.
Not too bad.
Would you? Do you think we should share this little one? Because I've never done this before. Normally we just eat one.
I say we share it.
Seriously? Oh, we have never done that before.
Okay.
I don't know anything about this guy. It
The
could
last
be-
one wasn't too bad. It's hot, but not too bad. Okay.
Cheers,
Shall
my
we?
friend. Yeah, yeah.
Cheers. Here we go.
Rick Kirkham, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not too bad to start. But they never are cold, but it gets bad
Yeah.
fast.
It builds up a little bit. We should-
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that one built up fast. Woo!
It's been such a pleasure.
Oh my God.
Meeting you, Rick. And I'm so glad that that you're participating in this. It's a great fun.
You know, you can't expect to sit down with chili claws and not be producing some kind of pepper on you. Oh my God, that one's hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Kirkham, a living proof of how tough it is to be, just to be Rick.
Yeah, yeah. Susan talk.
A pleasure.